begins its quiet round through windows still untouched by light. I count the spoons, I lay them down and breathe into the floor of white. A breath, a step, a wooden sound. The kitchen learns my early name. The flower sleeps inside its pouch. I place my hands and feel the same. Before the first dough, before the day, I stand inside the silent blue. The world is hushed, the morning gray, and I become a part of you. The cat unfolds a single paw. She watches me without a sound. I lift the bowl, I check the hour. She turns her silver circle round. A cream, a stir, a waiting line. The dough remembers what to do. The yeast will rise in its own time, but first the room must hold the bloom. Before the first dough, before the day, I stand inside the silent blue. The world is hushed, the morning gray, and I become a part of you. Let the light come slow, let the window know, let the flower glow, let the morning go. Before the first dough, before the day, I stand inside the silent blue. The world is hushed, the morning gray, and I am here becoming new. Before the first, before the first, the flower waits. The flower rests. I open up the kitchen drawer. I let the flour find the board. A single cloud of white appears and settles like a silent word. The dog appears beneath the chair. She touches warmth with her small nose. The window breathes a softer air. The morning tells me where she goes. A handful of flour, a handful of light. The counter holds what the morning brings. A handful of dough is taking its shape. A handful of small and ordinary things. I fold the dough 100 times. I feel the softness in my hands. The cat returns to watch the lines. She leaves her paw print in the sands. A palm, a stretch, a channel full. The dough remembers what to be. The rising air is slow and bold, like hands that hold the memory. A handful of flour, a handful of light. The counter holds what the morning brings. A handful of dough is taking its shape. A handful of small and ordinary things. Hold it slow. little things, a handful, a handful, a handful of light. The counter holds, the counter knows. The oven light turns on inside, a small gold circle in the dark. I close the door and let it hide, and count the warming of the spark. The cat lifts her nose toward the heat. She breathes the butter from a mile. The butter learns a different beat and turns into a small gold smile. A croissant in the oven, a golden ring. The kitchen breeze, a buttered air. A croissant in the oven, a slow song it sings. The morning folds her layers there. Puff, fold, and let the layers grow. I press the seam with quiet hands. I count the minutes as they go. The croissant learns to take its stance. A crust, a bloom, a darker line, a smell that is becoming home. A watch, a sound, a steady climb. The dough is finding how it's known. A croissant in the oven, a golden ring. The kitchen breeze, a buttered air. A croissant in the oven, a slow song it sings. The morning folds her layers there. Let the layers breathe and rise. Let the butter turn to gold. Let the kitchen fill with sighs. Let the morning gently hold. A croissant in the oven, a golden cloud. The kitchen hums, the morning glows. A croissant in the oven, a soft and golden round. And time slows down where the butter flows. A croissant, a croissant. The oven glows, the morning knows. The door unlocks, the morning key. A glass of milk beneath the light. The bread is waiting quietly. A slice of dawn is placed in white. The first footstep crosses through. The customer has softly come. A saucer waits for what is new. The quiet welcomes everyone. A glass of milk, a still of 8. A slice glass of milk, a small new form, and everyone finds their way. A glass of milk, a glass of milk. The bakery waits, the bakery knows. A paper bag, a folded top, a loaf inside, a coin returned. The customer begins to stop. Her smile is small and gently turned. The bread sits warm against the brown. The strings are tied in careful loops. I hand the day a softer crown. A sack of mornings, knots and groups. A paper bag whispers in the open air. A small hello and a soft goodbye. A paper bag holds a small affair. The morning passes, the people come by. She holds the bag against her coat, a scarf in red, a steady pace. She turns the corner, takes a note, and leaves a softer morning trace. The dog stands up and shakes her ears. She follows her to the bakery door. A tail, a glance, no pressing fears. She greets the guest who comes once more. A paper bag whispers in the open air. A small hello and a soft goodbye. A paper bag holds a small affair. The morning passes, the people come by. Let the brown bag hold the bread. Let the strings remember knots. Let the morning greet what's said. Let the soft hello not be forgot. A paper bag whispers at the end of night. A small exchange and a soft hello. A paper bag holds the bread in line. The morning wanders, the people go. Paper bag, paper bag, paper bag whispers here. Paper bag whispers there. A slice of bread still warm beneath. A jar of gold beside my hand. I tilt it slowly, watch it breathe. A drop is waiting where I stand. The honey bends and starts to fall. It hesitates along the rim. It answers no, but hears my call, and lands with a small and patient hymn. A drop of honey on warm bread. A single golden silent sound. A drop of honey fully spread. The morning learns to hold its ground. The cat returns to find the heat. She curls against the kitchen wall. A thread of gold finds her paws neat. She licks a sweetness soft and small. A knife is laid saucer hums an old refrain. slow. Let the bread be near. Let the morning glow. Let the drop be clear. A drop of honey on warm bread, a small and ordinary grace. A drop of honey where I led, and time moves slower in this place. A drop of honey, a drop of light. The morning holds, the morning sips. The last loaf rests against the wall. The basket hums an empty tune. The flour dust begins to fall and settles softly into noon. The dog lies still beside the chair. Her paws are crossed in quiet rest. The morning finds its end somewhere. She holds the calm she knows is best. Closing